Welcome to Kickstarter Conniption. My name is Kevin Delp. Let's look at some board games launching on Kickstarter in March 2017. March 1st brings us Tribes Early Civilization by Tea Time Productions. It's a game for 2 to 4 players and plays in about 40 minutes. You start with a small tribe and the very basics of civilization. During the game, you invent new technologies, explore new land, fend off invaders, and survive catastrophes. The tribe that first emerges as a true civilization wins. It's a thematic prequel to Nations, designed by one of Nations' designers, and it's a fast 4X game with a twist. March 2nd brings us Wizard's Wardrobe. You take the role of an apprentice wizard battling other wizards for epic loot. You gear up and throw down. Wizard's Wardrobe is quick to set up and easy to learn. It's a fast-paced, yet still highly strategic, with dozens of spells and 8 wardrobe piles to choose equipment from. There are many lines of play. March 3rd has Get Off My Land by First Fish Games. It's a game of rival farmers for 2 to 4 players, where you can build and expand your farm, plant your crops, raise your animals, and gain income. Don't know much about this one, but Rolling Empires is launching March 4th. Fasten your seatbelts because March 7th might be the biggest day on Kickstarter in 2017. Simon is launching Rising Sun, the spiritual successor to Blood Rage, but this takes place in feudal Japan in the Age of Edo. You're wanting to remake Japan. It's purely competitive and the game is based on honor. Adrian Smith is the artist for Rising Sun, and McVeigh is doing the miniatures. He also did Blood Rage and the others. Rising Sun is a game about honor, negotiation, and warfare. The game features an honor track in which you can rise and fall based on your behavior. It offers the new challenge of finding ways to ally with opponents and work together, at least for a time. In fact, diplomacy and negotiation affect every aspect of the game, from the actions players take, to the alliances that are formed, to the battles that are waged. Eric Lang says, players are the leader of their clan, and they're trying to not just conquer Japan, but to re-civilize it. The game is about the machinations of war, as much as the war itself. And in the words of Sun Tzu from The Art of War, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. March 7th also brings us these next 3 games. Cytosis, a cell biology game by Genius Games. It takes place inside of a human cell. You're trying to gain health points by collecting resources and completing certain processes inside the cell. Check out our full video review of this releasing soon. The world of Dragoon will soon witness a dramatic shift in power as humans start to rebel. Will you be able to defeat them? Check out the Rogue and Barbarian expansion by Lay Waste Games coming soon to Kickstarter. March 7th also brings us Antidote to the Lab Alliance expansion. In the base game of Antidote, you and the other players are scientists in a lab studying a deadly airborne toxin. When a vial of the toxin breaks, you have to figure out which formula is the antidote and make sure you have some at the end of the game. Now you can get the expansion that allows up to 9 players, unique gameplay with truth serum, adrenaline, and more. Check out our full review coming soon. For those who enjoy Mike Fitzgerald's Baseball Highlights 2045, check out Baseball Highlights Spring Training by Eagle Griffin Games, coming to Kickstarter on March 15th. Druid City Games is launching their second game on Kickstarter March 21st called Grim Forest, a 2 to 4 player board game where the players are members of the famous Three Little Pigs family who have decided to have a house building competition inside the Grim Forest. Players compete with each other to gather resources and see who can be the first to complete 3 houses. Meanwhile, they are joined from time to time by famous friends in the world of the Brothers Grimm, who help them in different ways. Also on March 21st, launches Sigil Powers of War. This is an action-packed fantasy-based strategic battle game with 8 customizable factions. It takes all the excitement of dice combat and combines it with pre-built deck construction that allows for multiple strategies for victory. Choose your sigil, build your armory, and prepare for war. Infected by Black Forest Studios launches March 28th on Kickstarter. During the game, 1 player is the Plague Doctor and the rest are villagers. The Plague Doctor, instead of healing, is trying to kill the villagers, and the villagers are trying to find out who that Plague Doctor is. Check out our review of this later in March. Talon Strike Studios has a 2-player jousting game called King's Champion. You are in charge of a stable of knights that each have their own knightly ability. Your knights are going to the King's Jousting Tournament in order to joust against the knights from another house. March 28th also has Burning Rome. We just got the prototype of this in the mail and we'll be working on a review for it. Burning Rome, the spiritual predecessor to Burning Suns, revolves around leading your ancient empire to victory over its neighbors. Command armies, defend your home, and defeat your foes. We'll have area control, hand management, and worker placement. Clustered also launches in March, and Will and his boys will be doing a review of this one. Green Couch Games turns up the heat with a new classic card game called Ladder 29. It's a hot game of ladder-climbing firefighters extinguishing their hands of cards, designed by two of my favorite designers, Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle. I really enjoy trick-taking games, and Tantrum House even did a game with the same ladder trick-taking mechanic called Steam Court. And don't forget to support our campaign on Kickstarter now. We need your help so we can keep putting out these videos. Thanks for joining me today, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.